Right, let's have a look where we got to. Hello. Just get everything ready. Hello. Right, where do we begin? We got some work to do tonight. It's not going to be a long video, but there are some things to show and do. That doesn't need to be on there anymore. I can go down there. I've just had some great news actually. I'm going to be going to the Monmouth show and displaying my port diorama and hopefully the Loris, my RC trucks. No train stuff this time. I might have a few of my O-gauge kits on show because what I want to do when I go to these smaller shows, instead of taking a layout, because they're one day, I just want to show that building models is fun. So I'm going to have a few pieces on show, model cars, trains, everything. So that should be fun. There's not going to be a lot of talking in this video because I have a sore throat. So I'll just recap of what we done last time. We put the polystyrene down. Now since then I've added some bits myself. I didn't really need to show you how to do it because I've done that in the first episode. The first thing we're going to look at is stuff that I went through my drawers and all my junk in the boxes from past layouts. And I found some pieces that I can use on this railway. If you have any questions when I'm filming, just please comment. And just shut the door. That's one thing I do need. Bear with me 1 second. There's one thing I need. I forgot. There we go. I got it. Just got to plug it in. There we go. Phone needs charging. When you're filming live with an iPhone, it does drain the battery. I'll just make sure nothing's on the track. Bear with me. I've just got to turn the power on. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to a train exhibition, a model railway exhibition in Monmouth. I think it's February something, and I'm going to be displaying some models, my RC trucks, my port diorama is going to be the big one now, so I will be getting a lot of work done on that soon. I might even bring it up over the next couple of days and do some work on it in the warm because it is done the shed, but I'm really pleased to say that's actually going to its first show. I've spent a lot of time and money on it, so that should be really good. Let's just make sure I don't forget anything. Right, let's get into it. So what I'm going to do is start some work. I did build a bridge on matchsticks. I did say I would do that off camera. Fairly simple. It's got to be painted up, of course, but it looks pretty good actually. It's quite strong. Obviously it's not going to be a problem for the trains going over it because the track is stronger than the bridge, so all I got to do is stick it to the track. But I'm really pleased with how this turned out. Basic underframe, matchsticks across, and then loads across this way. I did cut some, so some of them look like they've broken over time, so that's good. Gives it a nice effect. And of course this may be a scratch built bridge. This is what they would have done in real life back in the day, and yeah, there will be some kind of trestles underneath, but that's easy enough done at a later date. You'll also notice this board. I got 2 of these from previous layouts, and I brought them up and just see what they're like. Still gluing down, but looks alright. Will be painted as well, but I only stuck one down for now. Right, so let's get started. The area I'm going to be focusing on first is, let me just get the camera down to the angle. There we go. So this is the river scene. Now I did say having this about like a lake or something, but I've decided to actually have it as a river because I got this old farm building here that I've built. I've had it around for a while. I bought it just to try one of the kits out. It's a Wills kit, I think. And I weathered it up last night, stuck it to a piece of plasticard, and you can see I've added grass and a road. This will be completely weathered up, look really dirty and everything. And the idea is it's an abandoned barn that would have been used in World War II to store landmines, and hence the name is called Mines Barn. And also, to go outside it, I weathered this trailer up. Now this is not finished. I have a load of these. These are, I'll tell you what they are, I got the box down here. So I went to a charity shop and I found these. You get a tractor, a piece of kit there, I'm not too sure what it's called, some logs, you had a tanker trailer, that trailer there, and what else did you have? I can't remember, there was something else, but I paid like $1.99 for it. I'm not sure if they's manufactured to, oh, $2.99 on here, but no, I paid £1.49 it says. Oh, I had 2 kind of trailers with it. Oh wait, there should be another trailer under here then. But for the price, I picked up some at like 6 of them, and I got some of them on the shed. I bought them to resell, to be honest, because I thought they'd be ideal for model railways. So if you're interested, do let me know. I will see if I can find them. I know I've got some here somewhere. I did keep one for myself, but I will sell the others eventually. I got a shed full of stuff to sell, to be honest. Don't mind the boat, that's just purely to say that's where the river's going. So I want to get the bridge fitted as well. That is the main priority tonight. And then the plaster Paris has come in, should be here tomorrow or Friday. So in the next video we will be looking at that. We got a road here, of course. Now I did put these like that. And the road will go across there. Let me put in my little mini. And then we got a point here, and this is where you open up into the station and everything. So let's get started. Let's get this bridge in. Now I'm not going to just place it on the polystyrene because I want to cut it into the polystyrene slightly. Now to do that, we got a nice little blade. Now these are, they're little scalpels. These were like £1 something in my local shop down here, DIY shop. Ideal for modelling purposes. We're just going to cut away some of the polystyrene. Nothing too much. There we go. That should be plenty. Yeah, that's fine. Of course I can add more sleepers to it if I have to, which I will do at a later date. Let's move that because it's just going to get a knot out of the way. That should fit nicely. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Let me just make sure. It does need propping up slightly, but that's easy enough done. So what we'll do to prop it up is just use a bit of card. I have some card here somewhere. That's not the card I need actually. Got some card. Just need my scissors. And what we'll do is just prop it up with a bit of card. let's glue that down. I do like this PVA glue. I'm actually going back in town one day this week to pick up another couple of bottles of it. Because it just saves me put it in there. What I do is buy a big bottle of it and put it in like ketchup bottles with the valve on the top. But that just saves me the trouble, and they're cheap, they're £1, so why not? Right. This has gone a look messy, I know, but it all takes time. This is only part 2. I don't know how long this series is going to go on for, but until we get the layout done. There we go. That is absolutely perfect. It looks just like I imagined it would. So we need to put some weight on that. I'm going to use these trucks. In fact, they probably aren't heavy enough. So let's use this this building. I've got another building I can use over this end. There we go. So there we go, the bridge is in. That looks nice. Now that will be painted up, of course, which should be great. And we'll put some trestles under it so it's nice and flat. But that's as much as we can do on this area for now. So what we're going to do is focus on down this way a bit. I did find these telegraph poles I had for Evergreen Bank. I do have more somewhere painted. Like I said, I've got junk drawers everywhere, so I have to find it. But I thought these would be great going down the line, following the line. I do have some unpainted as well still. If I remember what I bought a load of them. This piece of timber, let me just bring you... I can't move the camera too much. So you see this piece of timber? We're going to have a piece of wood here going into the point. And then you just push it or pull it to change the point. One of the things I did decide on last night when I was finding all this stuff, I found these signals. And I'm going to be having working signals on the line. Now they won't be mechanical, electric. They'll be the same with the points, pull rod. So there'll be a signal roughly about here, and you just pull it and it changes it and pushes it and puts it back. Now they will be shorter because this is a narrow gauge railway. I will customise them to make them shorter. I bought a load of these. These are ratio signals. I have loads here. I have 2 underneath the layout I need to get out because they are distant signals. But I think these would be great. I've never used them since my Evergreen Bank. Stoke Summit's going to have modern dipole signals on the mechanical ones, so don't need them for that. Here's the tanker, by the way, that come with that farm set. Now this has got to be weathered and painted. I did weather it, but I'm going to clean it all off, primer it, put it in my own colour, and then do it like that. And what I do is just, because these are not going to be moving, this one's going to be harder actually, but because they're not going to be moving, I take the wheels out and then just stick them back in. So it's going to be a bit harder to do with that one. I did primer up my plate layers hat I found. Again, something I bought just to build and never finished it. But this is the kind of stuff I might put on show, on display at the model show. Because I want to focus on, at the show, even though I haven't got a train exhibition, a train layout to take to the exhibition, I want some models I've built and show people that to join my Facebook page where you can share building models. My Facebook page is Building Models. I'll put a link in the description later on actually, but it's to share building models. Now I'm in a load of model railway groups, loads of them, but it's not just model railways I build, like my RC trucks. I wanted to do a group where people could share model railways, RC trucks, cars, anything you build or buy model wise. So that's the idea with that page. Right, so next step is, this is where the level crossing will be going. Now this is a Hornby one, I'm not using this at all. This is just to give me an idea where it's going to be going. I obviously glued this at some point, but that's okay. I won't be using it, it's just to place around. When we plaster Paris everything, I will make this a nice slope into the water, same with this side. And we're going to cut some of this now actually. So what I'm going to do is put the mined barn back in place, roughly where it's going to go. And I thought it was great. The train track goes right alongside it, right alongside here. We're going to have bushes and a few trees. I did think about using these walls like that, and I think that'll look really good. I did find these walls after I got loads of them, again off a previous layout. I have 3 with me, I have 3 more done the shed, but all the others were bits that were broken up, and I want to kind of use some of that as well to get rid of it because it's in the drawer, it's not doing any good. I keep all the stuff I break up for other pieces because it fills in the gaps and everything in other layouts. You never know when it becomes useful, so that's good. So that bridge is sticking. Obviously that's not going to be done now until tomorrow at least, but I won't do any track work until I start filming live again. So I want to cut this away here. So let's get my handy scalpel. I roughly know where the building's going, so we just put a nice amazingly that hasn't stuck yet. I did mention in the first video actually, polystyrene doesn't like PVA glue. Don't know why, I'm not a genius, but it doesn't like it. It will stick it, but not as fast as it would with anything else. Probably take a couple of days, but it will stick eventually. But that is still movable there, and that was stuck first thing this morning at about 9 o'clock. As for electrics on this railway, we are pretty much just looking at the controller. The controller I will be using is a Gauge Master, just handheld one, just a small, easy one. And to do that, I have this little gadget here. So this will be plugged into the side of the board somewhere, maybe under the river, don't know, not too sure yet. And these wires will go to the track and everything, and then this piece here will go to the controller. And the idea for that is I can just plug it in. Now, to be honest, I probably don't need this on this layout because I'm always going to be in front of it, and it's not like it's a big layout where I have to keep going on down farther on the layout and then plug it in. These were bought for the big 009 layout that's going to shows when I start that. And the reason was I would have them on both front ends of the layout and 2 on the back ends, but I can get them at any time, so I thought I'd use one for this layout just so I can learn really wire it up, so I know what to do, because I've never done one before. It should be pretty simple, but just gives me some practice, so that's good. We will be fitting that pretty much soon. As soon as we get a track in, I will wire that up. Going to points, I will not be using the insulator points. They will all be electrofrog. Don't like electrofrog points because it means more wiring. I'm not too sure how you wire these up, but I'm sure someone can help me out. I snagged that off the railway down the shed, but like I said, nothing's happened to it yet, and I can get more points. So that's a good little point. Let's just mark roughly where this point's going. I'm thinking about here, because we got to think this is where the shed's going to be. This area here is going to be the yard to the railway, even if it's a preserved railway or not. So I'm thinking that needs to go there somewhere. So what we need to do is cut out the polystyrene to that point. Nice little square cut out that. That's good. Piece of card out. The card was used just to fill in the gaps, really. Again, something I've done off camera. I didn't really need to show you that. It's pretty basic. We will be doing that in other areas, so don't worry if you want to see. But it's pretty simple. You just get a piece of card and stick it. There we go. It's all going on the trains. So that point's got to go roughly about there. And like I said, it'd be linked up underneath, and that'd be a piece of rod, change it like that. Easy. Nothing too hard. Now, yes, I maybe cut some of that down. I'm not too sure yet. I'm not sure if I want that to be sloped or raised slightly. Maybe raised a little bit. Not too sure, but I'll have a look at that another day. I do like these pointers though, they are really nice. I mean, I've never messed with N-gauge model railways, but 009, to be honest, I wasn't a fan of narrow gauge railways. It was something I was never really interested in. And then I started seeing these 009 layouts, and I was like, some of them do look good. And then Backerman announced the Boardwinds, Peggy, Hummy, and I think it was the 2 World War II engines. That was it. I had to go and get one. So I pre-ordered one. I haven't got it yet because they ain't out yet, but I pre-ordered Peggy, and then I pre-ordered Hummy. So I got 2 of them coming. Now that does kind of hint where the railways go in on terms of, I didn't work, did it? On what I'm going to do, what era and everything. Now Hummy is a weathered locomotive, and I kind of like the idea there's a preserved railway that maybe not coming to the end of its life, but it's not doing so well. So Hummy's a bit run down, but they do look after one of their engines, Peggy. Maybe that's an engine that's just always kept together because it's a nice engine. Like I got my Brigger lock, and this one's actually going to be sent off to be weathered. This is going to be professionally weathered, just to look like Hummy really. It's going to look really grimy and dirty. And same for the rolling stock. The coaches, I'm not going to go mad with them, but they are going to be lightly weathered. I ain't going to do this. Again, this might be a professional job, but I do want them lightly weathered. Same for the wagons and everything. Backerman do a superb job with their new wagons. So, I mean, that's the best thing I've bought from Backerman in a very long time. And I'm not saying they ain't done nothing spectacular in a long time. That's just really nice. They've done a great job with it. And I will buy more. I want a couple of them like that, and then I want to get a couple of the ones that are not weathered, but haven't weathered up. I found my Eddie Stober lorry. Now again, I'm not sure on what era I'm going for, but this might just be the era I go for. Probably 60s, early 70s, but I want to use this somewhere in the layout. So mine's barn, which is down here. I'll just put it back. Obviously the tracker going from here where the controller is. We'll look at that at a later date. Now I want to get the track to here first, and then we'll move on around the layout, because this is not a layout I'm working on constantly because of other projects and everything. I did just think maybe I should tack that bridge in. Can I tack it in, or not too sure. I ain't got to risk it. Let it glue in it. Just let it glue. Like I said, I want something to go underneath it to prop it up a little bit. I don't think I got anything. Look, my track rubber. Track rubber might be alright actually. weight. If we put more weight on the ends, have I got anything really heavy? I don't think I have, to be honest. Tell you what I will do. Add more glue. Just thinking of when it finally seals itself in there. And what we'll do is put this building on there and stack that one on top as well. That should give me a nice level bridge. That's good, that works. Right, so what's next? Well, I think we should move on around and have a look at some of the stuff I'm going to be using on the model railway. So bear with me. Let me just unplug the camera. They make it so hard to get the camera out this tripod. There we go. And it's not a camera, it's a phone. There we go. So here's a closer look at the bridge in place. Ignore the buildings, of course. There's the little barn, Mine's barn. Will be fully detailed on weather. This is where I'll just cut the track out for the point. I cut the polystyrene. So imagine a rod going in there, changing the point. Same goes for all around the layout. All the points will be the same. And here's some of the stuff that I will be using. Obviously I probably won't use it all. Majority of it I will. That, I'm not too sure what to do with this thing. My little pug. It's kit built and Dapple. You always see standard gauge with a narrow gauge engine on a flatbed. So I'm thinking a narrow gauge railway with a standard gauge loco on a flatbed. Something to think about. If not, I'm thinking of having it on a plaque outside the station or something. I want to use it in the railway somewhere, just to give it into that other gauge. Some vehicles, some lorries, again, not too sure what era I'm going for. This whistle sign, I thought I could finally use that. I'm sure if you've been collecting models for a long time, you've got a load of these as well. I know I have. Telephone box. Mailbox. These containers, I think these are Wills kits as well. I got a load of these. I bought a load of them for a future layout. Well, my future BR 50s and 60s layout on the East Coast Main Line. I have a container yard, so that'll be good. What else we got? Some buildings. Plate layers up. Ground frame. I am thinking about having a signal box here. Or maybe down here somewhere. A kit build again. I want to do a lot of kits for this layout. Because I want to build some more kits. But what I'm thinking is having a station. Then on the inside here I have a bit of a yard for another, maybe a business that's using the railway to run their stock to the shops. Because I can do what I want with the layout, it's my railway, so that's something I'm thinking of doing. So basically they will have their own locomotive that comes in and takes their stock on down the line, whilst the railway's still using it for passengers on here. So it gives me a bit of a timetable, runs trains, different trains and everything. So that should be fun. We got this one here. I'm thinking of having a second station. I'll show you that in a second. But the station building is going to be this one here. It's a waiting room, but it'll do. It's fine. And then we got the discharge pipes, some signals, some walls, some buildings, a bridge. Let's go in roughly there, somewhere here. That'd be good. So yeah, quite a bit of stuff there really. I have got another wagon. I love this one. It's probably a favourite one I bought. Don't know if we can. No, it's just a van. But that'd be one of the freight trains. The maximum coaches I want to get in the station is up to 2, maybe 3 of the large ones like that. But I'm happy to have 2, to be honest. I will try and get 3. Depends all on them. Sheds. I got a couple of these ready for the layout done in the shed. One was going to shows. I thought I'd bring one up and just see what it looks like. Because I bought 3 packs, 4 packs, so that'd be good. And you'll notice I put the polystyrene in for the station and that. This track here, unfortunately, can't go anywhere. This is my programming track for Cornell Street. So I'm happy to keep this here for now. We'll see what I can do, but can't really go anywhere. And I do need it for Cornell Street. We'll see how much room we got. Worst case scenario, I will move it and probably pull it up with the A4s because I don't use it that much. It's only when I buy new engines, and to be honest, Cornell Street, there will be a limit of engines I will buy for it because I'm putting it somewhere, but I just want to get some more modern image stuff for it. So we can't do nothing about the programming track at the moment. But no, that's pretty much everything for the layout, what I've found so far. I just need a plastic bandage. Once I get that, I can do some serious work. So what I'm thinking is, the track could come around here, a nice curve, and I'm thinking of having another station right here. Now just a halt station, literally a station for one passenger train that goes through, maybe stops at every station, where the other trains might just go right through. So that'd be interesting. We'll get rid of my fiddle area. That's where I do a lot of my work on wagons. It's only a small area, but it's ideal for working on wagons. I work on one at a time. That's the steel train that's currently under progress. That will be, I think, what's there now? I'm not too sure if it's 16 wagons or something. I'm going for 23, roughly, with a brake van. So that should be good. But also, when the track comes down here, I'm looking at it going down slightly because I want it to go under here somewhere. So that's going to be fun. If not, it will come around the front here. And I'm thinking around, if I can't go underneath, I'm going to have a piece of board that slots in so I can remove it if I need to work on Cornell Street or anything. So that'd be fun. So let's put you back in the tripod. By the way, I did start filming earlier on today. However, I deleted the video because I couldn't really get much done because I wanted to get the bridge all sorted. There we go, we're back. So I just gave you an insight really of what the railway will look like. I just want to get some track done, but I can't do that until this bridge is done. But I can still do planning. So let's move this lorry. Now we know roughly where the stuff's going over there. That should be stuck now. So I'll move some of this stuff around. I have ordered some Crazy Track as well, because I want to use Crazy Track all on this layout, just because I like the look of it. It looks really good. I will buy some cars for the era I choose. Like I said, I'm not definite on anything yet. Let's say, I was thinking 92, because that's the year I was born. Now, I didn't really go to many Navigate railways when I was younger. I probably went to more than I did normal railways, to be honest though. So let's say, I don't know what year I'm going to go for. I want to go quite old, because I want the classic cars on the railway. Right, we're going to go for a date now. Let's choose a date, right? Should I go for 50s, or should I go farther back, let's say 30s, 1930s. What does everyone think about that? Most of the trains I got coming would have been in that date line, so I don't think 30s is too bad. And like the tractors and everything, and the vehicles to be on the railway, maybe I should just stay to the 30s. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. I'm not sure with that. Now, let's glue some of these down over the joints. Actually, I'm not going to, because we got to find out where the points are going, and if I stick them there, I got to do what I've done with that. So let's leave that. Right, let's get some track out and we'll do some planning. So this point is definitely going here. I've made a decision. That's where the tracks start going into the station and everything in the yard. The construction yard maybe. So let's get some track pins. Make sure this point is not going anywhere. Stick another in. That's it. Right, that point's not going anywhere. That's nicely held in place at the moment. Great thing working polystyrene is you can stick pins in it. And it's so much easier than tacking them in. Yeah, of course I'm using plaster bandage all over the layout, but it still will be a lot easier. So I got a 4 length there. I don't need a full length. I'll be right back because I got some spare pieces. If you know me on Facebook, you would have seen the log on 2 flatbeds. There we go. Something I thought about having on the railway. So let's put that out the way. I had to go and cut someone's tree down to get it. I didn't cut a tree down, but it's close. Just got to cut the end sleeve off this piece. Working with track can be good. However, I found with 009 track, it can be a pain at times. But to be honest, I probably need a new pair of snips. They're okay. They cut a 00 track and they cut O gauge track fine. But I probably need a new pair. Now, you can get away with pretty tight curves. I could get away with a curve like that. Let me bring the camera over. So, like I was saying, you get away with a tight curve, like maybe something like that. But I don't need curves like that. I'm thinking quite a gentle curve. There will be another point here going into the yard, and then a point on around the corner, a bit of track in the middle, and a point roughly about here. So another point here for the yard, for the the train sheds and everything, and then we'll have a bit of track and then another point. Reason for that is we're going to 2 tracks here into the platforms. Now on the inside, if I get a bigger piece, we're going to have a nice curve like that, and then we'll have another point here, and a side in, another track. I do want to loop in the yard as well, because moving stock around gives you more shunting opportunities and everything. But yeah, until I get all the points, I can't really do much with a track. But you can still get ideas. That's a great thing about model railways. If you have an imagination like mine, you can get a lot done before you even get to a railway. to the building track laying stage. I'm very good at working it all out in my head, calculating it all. I did want some kind of iron low level in the yard maybe. I probably am going to look at relocating the track to, well, what do you call it? Programming track. I'm going to look at moving that because I could use this space for the yard then. I did have this tree I forgot to show you. Now, I'm not going to be using these trees. These are cheaper ones. They're really good. To be honest, for the price you pay for them, I think like £2 something. They look good, but I'm going to go for super detailed trees on this layout. I think I am. Super detailed. I might even make my own yet. We'll see. Whatever I get around to. So yeah, I am going to put polystyrene right around the edges of this layout. Just to add more room really, because I don't think I have enough room down here near the station to have a yard and everything. And I do want some sidings in there so I can do some shunting about and everything. So yeah. I mean, the station, as long as I can get 2 to 3 coaches in there, it should be alright. And then of course we got all the A4s and everything there. So yeah, I should be able to get something done with it, I'm sure. Like early stages of model railways, this is how I plan my railways. I build a lot of it. It looks tacky, I know, but as soon as you've got plaster powers over, you won't think it's the same layout. We'll put some kind of edging across here because I do not want it dripping down on the floor. But hopefully that'll come tomorrow, I'm hoping, fingers crossed. Yeah. I don't know if I'll glue the track down onto the... I'll pin it down, but I don't know if I'll glue it. It's got to be a great railway. Yeah, it's got to be good. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. I can't really get much done. I did get the bridge in though, and that was one of the main goals. Hopefully that'll be dry by tomorrow, maybe. And we'll go from there really. As soon as the plaster powers comes, plaster bandage, I can get on with that and we'll go on from there. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed this Building Model Railways live. It's a bit plain at the moment, I'm sure, but as soon as we get into the track laying and scenery, the mod rock and everything, adding the things to the points, I'll get as much as I can done with the polystyrene tomorrow so we can get on with getting track done. The track should be in the model shop by next week, next Tuesday. I will just show you a close-up of the log on the wagons. Oh, took the tree out. I don't know if I'll have any more with logs on them. We'll have to see. They look alright, to be honest. There we go. So it looks pretty good. And this will go on curves because they move, the pieces move on it. It's got some weight to it as well, which is good. It'd be interesting, the incline. The incline's got to be quite steep over that. It's not going to be nuts, but it'd be enough for the trains to think. But no, that looks really good. It's a really big log actually. Surprising, scaled. It'd be scaled to one of the bigger trees, I'm sure. It's actually a real log as well, like I said, a real part of a tree I cut, so I don't think I'll paint it up or anything. I'll leave it like that, you know. Put some chains around it maybe, but that's it. And then maybe I can get away with having a van at the front. Yeah, see, that would work. It's not too close. And then have the Brigger lock when it's weathered at the front of the be an interesting train, I'm sure. So yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think. Yes, like I said, we ain't really getting that much done, but as soon as I get the plaster pass and track sorted, bought it and everything, we'll start seeing a lot more. And this is turning into my main priority at the moment, working on this layout, getting the track done so I can run some trains. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, please subscribe, and I shall see you all soon with more updates on the railway. Bye for now.